Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex technical analysis for today. So we did get the data out yesterday. CPI better than expected, and obviously we rallied based on that information. We've come up to overhead resistance here, which is fairly strong, and that level at the moment is 117.548. So this is an area that I'd be looking to sell off again for a continuation to downside. It could break through that. Don't get too excited about that one level, because there is a fairly stronger level just above it here, and that's at 117.700. So the only concern with that on the weekly would be it's a massive down, massive up, which would be a big weekly pin bar. So just pay attention to that structure as well. So if we look at the hour, you can see pretty much going sideways. Data came out, sprung to the upside, found some resistance here, and now we're going sideways again. So what you want to be doing at the moment, so that's our current swing low, that's our current swing high. On the one side you see a little bit of a sort of a rounding bottom forming. We're still below all the moving averages, so it's going to take quite a bit to get above that. Oscillator's not giving you much support, so I would be down on the 15-minute for this at the European Open and see what you can get. You can get a break below this, 117.352. Then you're going to be able to jump back down and close this massive gap here. That's a database gap that we got. Okay, so that's the one thing. And then the second thing is we break to the upside, then you've got two levels to the upside that I expect some selling to happen off, 117.548 and 117.700. So that's kind of the plan of action for me at the moment, is if we do continue moving, watch these two levels, see any price action off that, which would be pin bars, inside bars, or engulfing bars, any sort of bearish pattern, then it's an opportunity to take the break of the bearish pattern as a short with a stop above the high. And that would get you pretty much back down into the zone first, and then hopefully break through this to come and close the gap, and then continue to the downside. So that's kind of my plan here at the moment. It is a fairly decent pullback, could get a second move up, and I think a second move would take us all the way up here to 117.700. That would be something to watch out for. US dollar, Japanese yen. A similar scenario, obviously just in a different direction. So you can see our oscillators are grouped to the upside on the 8 hour. We've had a really strong rally, and we've come back onto structure. So for me, I have a feeling we're either going to just go sideways here, allow the oscillators to ease off a bit, and then move up. We've got a fairly decent crossover of the moving averages now as well. So looking for this trend to continue. That's basically what we're looking for. The view that I have is that there was the uptrend, there's the flag, and now we're looking for a break of the flag for a continuation to the upside. Just looking to the left, there's a lot of overhead resistance here. So you need to just keep all of that in mind when you're on your lower time frames. So this is definitely the area we need to pay attention to. We are right now, that's 110.369, to see if we're going to break below it, come back and test, and then maybe get a form of a trend reversal, or are we going to get a trend to the upside? So you can see on the hour the trend has been moving fairly swiftly to the upside. It's just the data that's sold off here, and we just need to have a look at the 15 minutes here as well, because there's no gap here, not like there was on the Euro USD, but you can see pretty strong exhaustion bar onto a level, and then we're just hovering on the level. So similar kind of situation here. And I would go as far as saying, look at the London breakout strategy. In other words, look for your first 7 1 hour bars, and use that as your range. Break to the upside, you've got another continuation, and that would just be a bull flag break, which is forming here. This little consolidation here is a bull flag. And oscillators are grouped nicely on a level, so there's 3 signals there indicating a move to the upside. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for here as well. So waiting for some structure. Again, 15 minutes during the European Open is going to be the way to do this. And if you break the current highs to the upside, find some support, there's a good opportunity for a long there with a stop below one of these tails here. And that's kind of my view there at the moment. British pound, Japanese yen. Still waiting for this big inverse head and shoulders to break, so sitting tightly at the moment. There's your shoulder, there's your head, there's your shoulder. So this is the level I'm paying attention to, 153437. We get a decent break above that. That gives us opportunities to buy into this for a fairly decent move. At the moment, it is sideways, and I don't trade ranging sideways markets like this. It is sideways to up. You can see we are trending along the moving averages. So if you want to scalp this, you'd probably be looking for longs or structure on the downside and move to the upside. And you'd probably be able to do it on a 15 or a 5-minute chart, although that kind of price action would just upset me completely. So I'm not interested in that at the moment, waiting for a clear break. Moving on to Euro British Pound. So Euro British Pound, we have broken the structure to the downside, and remember this has been trending down for quite some time, and now we're just starting to accelerate. Oscillators are grouping or sort of eased off the bottom, so I'll be looking for another opportunity to sell at the moment. I suppose we missed this opportunity yesterday at 084862. We'll have a look on the hour. Nope, didn't quite get to that level, so we didn't really miss it. So yeah, this still trending down, so you need to be selling off structure for the upside. So that was close to structure there, but not quite, didn't quite make it, so nothing really clear. So I'm also sit on hands on this one, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. London breakout wouldn't have worked here. Worked the day before, and didn't work the day before, and then it worked the last couple of days. So looks like we are ranging. There's your range. So we are sideways to down. So pretty much waiting for this as well to find some structure before getting in. So if it does get back to the top of the range, it's a half decent place to sell. But you can also, if I just move this level, you can also argue that this is some structure here to sell off 084691. And again, look at it on the 15 minutes. So you can see here, this 15 minute didn't really give you much yesterday, but this does give you some structure here that you can see. So just watch this consolidation area that we're in at the moment. Probably find that's going to be a range, your London breakout range. So break, retest, nice tight stop, and gives you an opportunity to get short again. So yeah, that's kind of the view that I have at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.